Hello there, my name is Scott Stonham. I've spent the last 20 years working at home pretty much all the time, whether it's for large technology companies here in the UK, in the US, or startups in Europe, US or the UK as well. When I first started, it was a very different world. We didn't have the technology or the communications that we do today, and there was a lot of things that I had to learn the hard way back then. Now what I see around us as I'm carrying on working at home as normal, I see that it's a very different place for many people out there. I mean, working from home is not normal. You don't have the luxury like I do nowadays of having a dedicated space, a dedicated office like this. And you're trying to squeeze in your work around family commitments or around other things in the house, and it can be very difficult. It can be very quickly, it can become quite unsettling. It can become quite demoralizing. And if you don't put the routines in place to start with, you can rapidly become, desk bound in your dressing gown, which is never a good place to be. So what I'm hoping is that, I have 20 years of experience of doing this, and I've learned the hard lessons. There's a lot of people out there that are going to learn these hard lessons themselves, and I hope that by working with you, I can maybe help you find your way through those lessons, maybe even avoid them. So what I'm suggesting is, how about, we talk. We could have an initial conversation where we talk about some of the high level things like I have written on the whiteboard here. Routine, communication and space. These are the three kind of pillars to make working from home a successful thing. We can talk about what that means for you, how you can approach some of these things, how you can find the space in your place to be able to do the work that you need to do. How you're going to go about communicating, not just what you're doing, but engaging with the team, feeling part of the team. And it's really important to over-communicate, because there is a saying, out of sight, out of mind, and it can be so true when you're working from home. And then we can have a regular check-in, every week maybe we talk and we say, hey, how's it going? What's your plan for next week? How did you get on with these? Is there anything other questions you want to ask me, or is there some observation or something you want to change? And okay, I'm not a teacher, I'm not a trainer, I'm not a coach as such, but I've done this a lot of time. I've done this for a long time, and I have recently been helping friends and family who are in exactly this situation. They're used to going to an office, they're used to being with people, and now they're isolated at home, alone, and still trying to get stuff done. It can be very daunting, it can be very difficult, but it doesn't have to be. Let me help you with my 20 years of experience, just try and navigate through some of these. So if you want to get in touch, and I'd love that, then you can find me on my website, wellthat'sinteresting.tech. You can find me on Twitter, as well. That's interesting tech, but number 1 instead of an I at the beginning. And of course, just wherever you saw this video, there will be contact details there. So get in touch. Conversation doesn't hurt. I'm always happy to chat, and I'm really hoping that some of my hard-learned lessons can really help you in this time, which is really difficult right now. Thank you for listening.